Hi everybody, welcome back to Jan's beautiful gallery here in Summerland, British Columbia. I'm going to talk to you today about dummy rounds on Westerns. I have Robert Duvall's gun belt that I used on the movie Open Range, where we did a 12-day shootout that went flawlessly. But one of the key components of that whole film was when you do a Western revolver, you have to have dummy rounds in the cylinder of the revolver. And so what will happen is when I pull the firearm out of the vault, I will check my dummies. I make sure the primer has been struck, and you can hear a marble rolling in there that has a rattler. Once I put it into the revolver, I dry fire it 7 times. Old timers will tell you don't do that, you'll damage the firing pin. But my argument always is I would sooner damage a firing pin than hurt somebody. So I always dry fire the revolver. By the time I put it into Robert Duvall's hands or Kevin Costner's hands, it has been dry fired at least 18 times to 20 times for crew members that need to see it, from the first assistant director to the camera operators. So one of the dummy rounds, as I said, has the punch primer, as you can see. But we also have dummy rounds that require close-ups of being loaded. So if there's an insert of the firearm being loaded, you don't want the primer struck. So again, you see it has a primer that's intact, but again, you can hear a marble inside. So as a young prop person, if you pick up, even if you have a struck primer and you can't hear it rattle by your ear, get rid of it. Don't take it anywhere near a set. Don't put it anywhere near a firearm. Immediately get rid of it, regardless of whether the primer is struck or not. And with the dummy rounds, very important that you talk to whoever manufactured your dummy rounds, that they actually fired it off with a torch. Old timers used to boil the primers that they thought would make them inert, but I discovered that I had about a 10% failure rate if I dry fired them just to test them. So I made sure that every primer was fired off with a torch so that there was nothing that could ignite anything in that primer. Because a primer that is still live inside an empty cavity will push the head of the bullet into the barrel. So you have to be aware. Safety is first and foremost in all of our minds. So again, you need to hear that rattler by your ear before it goes anywhere near a firearm on a set. Have a great day.